Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm going to be showing you guys my Inktober sketchbook. It's actually pretty big and I did not finish Inktober because I had a lot of work, and I think I had a good run, a good start, and I kind of fizzled out. But I have a lot of sketches and stuff to show you guys, so let's get to it. The first thing I definitely want to say is I have a lot of props. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I did my own props for each day, as you can see, and I think by the time you see 25, I kind of stopped with Inktober because it just not necessarily got too much, but I kind of set myself up because I kind of wanted to fill the sketchbook, but I didn't get to fill it, and so for that I kind of miscalculated when it came to the pages, so that's that. So there was a couple, I made a sketchbook maybe I think 3-4 days before Inktober actually started, so I just made these little sketches and I called it pre-tober. So they're not official Inktober drawings, but you know, it was kind of within the same theme, I guess. And then I try to do like a little icon drawing for my Instagram, which I posted most of my Inktober drawings on. So if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, I'm gonna leave a link right here, something like that, or I'm gonna add it, or I don't know. Say I don't know. I have no idea. But for the first day, the prompt that I made was Ghost Boy. Yeah, a Ghost Boy. So I kind of wanted to give somebody that was like very pale in skin color, and they look very scared and distorted, and then you can kind of see like the little spirit thingy going through his face. Let me zoom in just so you guys can see. You can kind of see the little spirits, little energy coming from that. So yeah, I'm gonna try to zoom in and out. It's probably gonna be too much. And for the next Inktober, I wanted to draw a witch. I think I wrote like hipster witch or something like that. I don't know. So I just drew a witch like flying through the sky. She's having a good time. She's living her life. You know what I'm saying? You know how you do. You live your life. So there's that. For this day 3, I didn't really like this one because I thought the pose was awkward, and I didn't really enjoy drawing this one. That's why it kind of looks a little rushed and not finished, because I really wanted to get this one over with. I did not enjoy it at all. And for the 4th day, I drew a monster coming out of this mirror, of a girl's mirror. And I thought that, I thought this one was really good. And I was trying to stay with the theme of using Crayola markers and some cheap markers. And I think that's really what slowed me down for the Inktober, because I wanted to color them as well. And I think if I stuck with just ink, I probably would have been more successful finishing Inktober. Just saying, because the coloring took a while. But I think it kind of makes each drawing, it kind of gives them a better distortion of what I wanted to like present to you guys. For the 5th day, I think, I wanted to draw a zombie boy, and I kind of wanted to not make him look like gruesome, but like a little charming. Like I wanted him to be like cute, like in terms of attractiveness. So I don't know if that came off well, like you draw a character that's like attractive or something. So I wanted to make him look like he's definitely dead, but I wanted him to have like, a charm to him, So I think I achieved that. I'm not too sure, but I tried. And for, I'm not even gonna count the days because after a while I'm gonna get confused. But for the 6th day, I drew Little Red Riding Hood going through the woods, and she has to, I'm pretty sure she's out to kill the wolf, and the wolf is out to kill her, as you can kind of see from this drawing over here. And for this day, I wanted to draw, I think I just wrote Bloody Rain, and I just want to zoom in on the details so you guys can see it. But just, I wanted to have like a city, more landscape than a character, just to show like more versatility in my work, and just draw different things. And I think that's what really helps you get better. So I really wanted to work more on getting a landscape, getting the characters, and scenery. That was the main thing. So there's that. And for this one, I wanted to draw kind of like a video game taking over the person, because you know sometimes we feel like technology runs our life, and I kind of wanted to throw a little spin on that, as showing it as it really is controlling us, and you know, mind control and stuff like that. I cannot talk. I'm like, we can't talk. But just like, you know, technology's kind of taking off, so for stuff like that. I don't know. This one is one of my favorites in the sketchbook. I love the colors. I love everything about this illustration. The only thing I really didn't like was the sun, and not because I didn't like the sun, because the ink kind of bled out a little bit too much, and it kind of was a little thick. But other than that, I love this illustration. I love everything about it. It's just so fun, and everything about it just like really just like makes me happy inside. So there's that. And there's this, I didn't want to finish this because I really hated this, and I think the prompt was like a sky erase or something like that I made, but I really hated it, and I don't even want to go over this. It's like, oh, I hate it. For this day, I kind of wanted to, the prompt was a man turning into plants, and I don't think you can see it as clear if I don't zoom out. So just so you can see, like, plants are growing on him, and it looks like he's in pain, and it doesn't look like he's having a fun experience right now. So I kind of just wanted to emphasize in that, and you know, kind of show that he's crying a little bit. So there you go. And for this wasn't a specific day. I just wanted to doodle it, because I think at this point I realized that I have a lot of pages, and this is not going to be, like, there's going to be a lot of leftover pages, because I didn't realize that I made too many pages for the sketchbook, which I didn't realize. I think I did like 15 sheets of paper, and when you fold that in half, that's 30. And then when you use both sides of that, you get 60 pages. And Inktober is only 31 pages, so that's kind of where I miscalculated. This is another one that I really like. I like the simplicity. I wanted him, it was supposed to be like a messy hair demon boy, but I didn't really make him look demon-y at all. There's actually nothing that really looks demonic about him besides like his sharp teeth. So that's really a fail on my part, and I think this is kind of where I got busy and held up at work, so I wasn't really able to put a lot of thought in some of these drawings. I still tried, but you know, sometimes I feel like you come home late, you just don't want to even open up a sketchbook sometimes. But it's good to force yourself to draw, but sometimes it's just like you're just tired, you close your eyes and then you're like asleep. So yeah. These pages, this prompt was Beals, and this one was Prison Mugshot. And I think for the most part I like the scenery for this one, and I love the textures, and I kind of love the little the minimalistic tones for this one, but I'm gonna zoom in a little bit so you guys can see it in the fullest. And these are all like Crayola markers and Artist Loft brush pen markers, which are all water-based and not alcohol-based, because if it was, it'd be bleeding through the sketchbook like crazy. And then this is for the mugshot, and I kind of actually accidentally drew into her head, not paying attention, but this is mugshot, and there we go. And I think this is for, I refilled the Crayola marker and it had too much water, so it bled through. And this one is one of my favorites. I love the colors of this one, and I really love this monster, this dragon, crow dragon. That was the prompt for that day. And just have it stuck up into mountains, you know, where dragons are, you know, I don't know. But I wanted to throw it up into mountains, a little background. Only thing I really didn't do was the sky, and it was looking like a lot of work, to be honest. So I was like, I'm just gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna leave it alone. And this is actually the date, which was the 18th, and I think this was the 16th or 15th day prompt. So as you can see, I've already fallen behind, and I was just at this point playing catch up. Like I wasn't even on the right days. But this was doodles, and just to fill the sketchbook, because I was very aware that I need to fill it more before I presented it. And for this day, it's actually, I'm gonna zoom in all the way because you're not gonna really see it. It's kind of like a man getting eaten by a fish, and then the fish being eaten by a shark, and then the shark being eaten by a whale. And it's kind of like this little cycle that I came up with in my head. I'm pretty sure it's all been done before, but when I thought about it, I was like, oh, okay, good idea for an Inktober sketch. So there you go. And for this one, it's pretty simple. I just wanted to draw a girl in her messy room. Nothing like too eventful, nothing special. And this illustration, I wanted to draw a human charging station, and I think you can see it in its entirety. It's very bland. Like, I didn't really put a lot of details in it. As you can see, I didn't even give anybody faces. I was like, this is too much. I think if I did like one page instead of two, it would have looked a lot better, but I think I gave myself a lot to chew on, and as you can see, I failed. This is another one of my favorites. It's just basically a little girl, and she's miniature, and she's just walking through the gardens or whatever, and then she sees like caterpillars and bugs and stuff like that. Very simple, very children-esque illustration, kids book-esque, and I really liked it. But I think at this point I was not necessarily over Inktober, but I realized that I can't put all the time that I was able to when I first started it, which sucked. I think if I really would calculate this book, I would have had narrowed everything down to like each one page, and then that would have been it, but not thinking. And for this prompt, it was just girl versus cat monster, very simple. And at this point, it's kind of when the colors just stop, and the sketchbook is pretty much almost finished for the Inktober, honestly. And for this one, I basically wanted to do like a little kid lost at sea, and I think if I colored it, it would look so nice. But you know, that time difference is real. But this is actually one of my favorites in this sketchbook. And I really think if I colored it, I probably won't. I might do an illustration on it. I might do a painting, but I don't think I'm gonna color it in the sketchbook. But definitely one of my favorites. And another one that I didn't finish, but I actually really like this one so much because I'm gonna zoom out, but I'm gonna zoom in on the details. It's basically, the prompt for this one was, it was a guy and he's wearing a jacket in sheep fur, like sheep cotton fur, whatever. And I had like the little sheeps, like, you know, drawn into the jacket. I think the jacket's like my favorite part, which that was the prompt, to emphasize the jacket. But I think everything went like really well, and I love this character so much. Really interesting. I think sometimes the prompt just brings a different level of creativity out of you that you wouldn't have known. And I think that's kind of why I wanted to make my own prompts, because I wanted to draw stuff that I didn't usually draw. And I think that was like my main focus. And I think this is where all the inking stops. But at this point, the sketchbook was pretty done. And this one was basically a guy, he's turning into fungus. Nothing special, nothing special. And this one, this is also one of my favorites. It's basically just chicken ninjas. And I think you can see in the background, you can see all the chickens and stuff. And everything's gonna, this one's gonna really be like a black and gray tones, but like I said, didn't really get a chance to finish the sketchbook, so it sucks. But that's really it on the sketchbook. I have a couple random drawings that I never really got to finish, but other than that, that's the sketchbook. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys liked it. If you like the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and you know, if you want to subscribe, you can subscribe. And definitely, if you like all my pictures, I have a whole bunch of them on Instagram, so make sure to check me out on Instagram if you want. Other than that, I'll be having a couple more videos coming out within the weeks. I have a lot of stuff recorded, and yeah. I will be uploading them as soon as I can. Thank you guys for watching.